People. Oh, am I mic? Am I muted? I'm good. Okay. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Diamond, and I'm a certified plant-based nutrition coach living a whole food plant-based lifestyle for health and well-being. And it literally gave me my life back. And I know it can help you with yours too. And if you've been following me for at least the last few weeks, or so, you probably know I have recently been diagnosed with colon cancer in the transverse part of the colon, which is located underneath the rib on my right side. And I believe because of my whole food plant-based lifestyle that I am in better shape regarding this diagnosis than if I was eating the standard American diet. I truly believe that. And I also believe that I'm going to be fine. So I'd like to take a few minutes to welcome everyone watching and say hello to those of you in the chat and welcome you. I just want to, let's see. Hi, Jill Caperton. Good to see you. Whoops. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, and I say video 1000 nights. Hello and welcome. Mona Arendt. Hello. Good to see you. And whole food, plant-based nut. Lisa, good afternoon. Welcome. And Marilyn Dubin is here. Hi, Jennifer and Todd. Hi, and Apple 369, do you have or know of a kidney detox juice? Oh, that is not what happened. I was saying Apple 369. Hi, Jennifer, Todd, and everyone. Hi. The chat flipped up, and that was Mona's question. And I probably do know of a kidney detox juice recipe that I could get back to you on. I don't know of anything off the top of my head, but I do have also some friends. My one girlfriend's daughter had 2 kidney transplants, and so they know a lot about it. I can get back to you on that. And so great question. Or if anyone else in the chat or anyone watching knows of a good kidney detox juice off the top of their head, put it in the chat, and that would be great. Let's see. For those, okay, yes, and for those of you who are watching this as a replay, I always want to say, feel free to leave it in the comments or questions in the comments if you have any, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I do want to just mention regarding Mona's question that I am going to talk about a new ebook that I have coming out in a bundle. I'm going to mention later, but it is it's a juice, smoothie, and plant milk whole book. So maybe something in there would help you. And I was just thinking about that. Oh my goodness. I see Kenneth Dubin is in the house. Hello, welcome, and welcome to everyone. Well, the countdown to my surgery is now 7 days away. Next Tuesday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, I will be going into surgery to remove a 5 centimeter or 2-inch cancerous mass that has created an 80% blockage in my transverse colon. And I will be letting that surgeon throw it in the bucket, you guys. We're going to get it out and throw it in the bucket. And speaking of throwing it in the bucket, we have some new t-shirts, and we have just launched our merchandise store where you can check out and purchase lots of fun things, including t-shirts, tank tops, awesome fun sayings, mugs. There's logo stickers. There's all kinds of stuff, and I will mention it again at the end. And you can find the link to see all of the fun new things on my website at thejenniferdiamond.com, and click on store in the navigation bar and check it all out. Or you can also go to the store tab here if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, or go to my YouTube channel, and also you'll be able to see it and purchase as well there. We really appreciate any feedback about this store, the products, and we hope that you find something and if you're interested, and help support us while having a little bit of community wherever you are by wearing or using some of the products. And if you're looking for something and you don't find it, let us know what it is, and I will see if that's something that we can add. So, yeah. So I have some of the shirts to show some of them. I don't have all of them, but I will. This one I was wearing last week, and just to talk about it, it's Eat Your Greens, and on the back here is my logo. Some of the newer ones, because this one I've had for a little bit, have the some different things like, what?
Give plants.
Yeah, right. That's what I was going to say. Give plants a chance on the shoulder, and just some different fun things. I'm going to show you some more of them at the end. I'm actually wearing another one, but we'll talk. We'll bring it back up again as well. So, okay, I want to share with you guys about this PET scan. The PET scan results from our last minute trip to Florida. Whoa, that was a whirlwind. We went live the night before my scan, right when we got into the hotel after being flying and traveling for hours and hours with layovers and different things. And you can watch that as a replay if you missed it. It'll be under the live section, even though it's not live. But I wanted to share what happened after we were off and we went to sleep that night. And then when we woke up, they picked us up at the hotel. When I say they, the PET scan place that we were going to made arrangements to have, I think it was an Uber, somebody come and pick us up at the hotel. And they brought us, on them, free of charge, to their location. And oh my gosh, they were amazing. I want to show you some pictures of the team. There they are. This was after I was all done. But I went in there. I had a wonderful person in charge of me at first. And he was able to inject the, the sugary, juicy stuff. And we were able to hang out in the room together, Todd and I, while we were waiting. There's a waiting period. And I really wanted to share this little video, but Todd said there's no way to play it. So there's no way to play it on here, he said. But at any rate, we're sitting there. I'm reclined. These chairs are amazing. The lighting is low, and they brought me a little water, and they're just charming. Everybody in there was so kind. And Todd takes his phone and he starts playing the song. What was the
Radioactive?
If you guys are familiar with that song from the 80s, who sings that?
I don't.
You're gonna look it up. He'll look it up. But he started playing it, and there's this beat, da 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 da, da 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 da, and all of a sudden it says, talks about being radioactive. So he was hilarious, and I quickly. The firm? The firm. Okay. I quickly whipped out my camera, laying down, and I started videoing him doing a little jive, little juicy dance. And then I turned it around and of course shared that I'm radioactive. And, we were just having fun, because you got to you got to have fun, even when you're going through things that aren't so much fun. And so we did have a little bit of a laugh, and so I wanted to share that. So at any rate, I also, prior to going in that room, we had a contact person, and she was amazing. She made sure that we got all the records and everything that we needed, and the ride and everything was all good. And then after it was time, I had sat, I think they had me sit for 45 minutes or an hour. Then they brought me into that room where you just saw the picture, if you want to re-show them that. Of course, all those people weren't in there. It was just me and the techs. two of them that went out of the room when they started the scan. And I just kind of rode around in the scan for a while, up and down. They did a full body PET scan. And then afterwards, I was able to be finished. And everybody came in to hang out and take a picture together. And then as I was leaving, can you believe it? They gave me a goodie bag. There I am holding my goodie bag. And I didn't bring it over here. We could always get it, but I could tell you what was in it. Besides some results, my disc, and they gave me a letter actually to bring to the airport that let them know that I was radioactive, so that if any bells or whistles went off while going through security, it was kind of like, I can't help it. It's just what it is. So that was nice. I had my letter in there. They gave me a pad of paper, a pen, one of those squishy balls that, they're like a workout, huh? Yeah, stress ball. They gave me one of those, and they put in some bottles of little waters and an apple juice and a couple snacks that I gave to Todd that I didn't want to eat. But I think there was a granola bar and some Cheez-Its or something, some kind of crackery something. Anyways, when they gave it to me, they said, I don't know if you'll eat the snacks, but you know what? It was just so kind. When do you go? I've never gone and gotten a scan somewhere. And then they go, here, have a goodie bag. I was like, really? That is so cool. And so anyways, we finished talking. I got my goodie bag and they said, we'll let you know as soon as we can. We went downstairs because it was on the second floor, waited for the other Uber that they also paid for to bring us back to the airport. And before we got in it, I literally think it was like a few minutes, I got a phone call. They already had the PET scan results. They took such good care of me. I'm so grateful. And basically what the scan results said was that there was an area of concern, and it's the area that we know about. So that area in the transverse colon, that tumor lit up, which is what the scan is. The scan brings the sugar and it lights it up on the scan if there's anything of concern. And that was it. There was nothing else lit up. So we feel really good about it. Now, it does not show anything microscopic. It does not show anything that would be in the lymph nodes, but it shows like if there were any other areas of concern. Now, why is that important? Because I did have something on the scan regarding my liver. And I haven't really talked about it because I've known about this on my liver, and it's something called a hemangioma. And I learned about it, my goodness, 25 plus years ago. And it's basically, they told me, just think of it as like a birthmark. But it also could be like clusters, like little blood clot kind of clusters. And so with a concern with something like the cancer that I have, they wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything that was being missed that was, in the liver that we weren't seeing. And so, nope, nothing lit up. It was all good. And they said, yes, we agree. It is a hemangioma. And it had changed over the years, got a little bit bigger. And so that's where the concern came in. And the doctor or radiologist that was reading the report basically said, with a 95%, I feel that this is definitely a hemangioma, and said if I wanted to give them any old scans or reports, he would bring it. He said to 100%. I know nothing's 100%, but he just wanted to let me know that I shouldn't worry about that. And so what I'm going into this surgery with is exactly what we know now. After the surgery, and they throw it in the bucket and then send it off to pathology, that's when they will find out if there's anything in the areas that I talked about, like the microscopic areas or the lymph nodes. So hopefully that is not a thing. Hi, Core Scorpy. Core Scorpy is also in the house, and I'm just welcoming everybody. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. But we had like a 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock plane to return home, and we were done with everything by like 10. And so we said, they said, we could drop you off anywhere if you want to do a little sightseeing. We're like, no, let's just go back to the airport. We got to the airport. We were able to change our flight to an earlier flight, and we went through security, and we're on a flight by noon. And we had a layover in Denver, Colorado, and then made it home with the time change, gaining some hours, like 4:30 in the afternoon. It was great. So that's what happened there, and we feel really good about it, do we not?
We do.
Okay, so some other things I want to share. I want to share what I'm eating and drinking this week before my surgery, because it has changed again, and it seems to be changing each week. So, I'm mostly living on crackers, all these different kind of crackers, not very nutritious, but that's what I can do right now, and some sourdough bread. I did do some avocado toast. I don't have the avocado out here, and banana smoothies with soy milk, silken tofu. And I started adding some of this plant-based Greek yogurt we talked about. And I also got this one that the only difference is they're both unsweetened. This one has vanilla. It says vanilla bean. Let's see, what does it say in here? It says vanilla beans. Vanilla beans. I was like, oh, vanilla beans. I put my own vanilla bean powder in, but I thought I would try it. And that one just doesn't have anything. At any rate, I am still trying to figure out if this is working for me or not, or if it's causing me a little discomfort. And I'm not sure. There's a few things that I'm eating, and then sometimes I feel like my body is just like, how about no? And I'm like, okay, I hear you, and I back off. So I'm doing a lot of green tea, coconut water. Look at my little coconuts, and also the big coconuts. I'm doing some carrots if I juice them and strain them, and I'm using some things like ginger and lemon. And I've shared that with you guys. So, but I'm just doing the best I can. So the other thing is so my nutritionist, I shared with you that I have a nutritionist at City of Hope that I wanted to work with. That nutritionist had recommended a product for me to drink until the surgery, and probably maybe afterwards in the hospital if I liked it, or maybe a little bit afterwards. And I have it right here. Let's see. Oh, it's right here. It's called Kate Farms. Kate Farms. I'm going to hold it really close to, we have two different cameras. So let me show this one. Oh yeah. We don't have two different cameras. We have two different angles, right? Okay. I want to make sure. Sorry, I said that wrong. Okay. So Kate Farms peptides. This one is the plain, and it's 1.5 calorie. And I got this in the mail right after our live show 2 weeks ago, but I waited. So I wanted to try it with you guys and share, what I really think about it. And I was told the best way to drink it or use it is to get it very cold. So it's been in the refrigerator for a while now, but if you decide this is something that you might want to try, we're going to try it today. At least 24 hours should be the minimum if you're interested in trying it and you want to get it cold. Now, because I'm whole food plant-based normally, and I told her, my nutritionist, I would not drink products like Boost or Ensure. I wanted to understand exactly what's in this product. Because she said, oh, I've got the product for you, why certain ingredients are used and how they compare to products like the Ensure and the Boost, which are more well-known, and also products that I, by choice, would never choose to drink. And so I want to talk a little bit about the ingredients. And so It says made with care, all things good, USDA organic. What I learned is that not everything listed is organic, but maybe most things are. Maybe it is. Well, the vitamins and minerals are not listed as organic, which makes sense. Yeah, so it looks like it's pretty much organic. They've got like a little what is that little asterisk that tells you. So I'm just going to read a few things. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, and then I'm going to talk about a couple specific things, and then we're going to try it. Mona says, my brother had a layover. We visit here. I live in Denver. Oh, how cool. We weren't there that long. That would have been really fun. Okay, so going back to the ingredients, purified water, hydrolyzed pea protein. Because when I first started reading this, there were a few things that I was like, I don't know. But I'm just going to share some of this. Brown rice syrup solids. That was like something I was like, agave syrup, high linolenic sunflower oil. Also, my eyebrows went up, which are medium chain triglycerides. Okay, the medium chain triglycerides are not that. They are the MCTs. And I was like, what is that from? Well, that's from coconut. And it says it right here. It comes from a coconut. And then it shows that it contains 1.5% or less of agave inulin, flaxseed oil, pea starch, locust bean gum. Anything that says gum makes me a little creepy. Rosemary extract, sunflower lectin. And then it talks about having some, it says Spectra phytonutrient blend. And these are extracts and concentrates from, and these are organic, broccoli, coffee berry, which I don't know what that is, green tea, turmeric, kale, broccoli sprouts, acai, cinnamon, garlic, tomato, blueberry, carrots, beets, raspberry, spinach, tart cherry, blackberry. Yeah, now I'm like, yeah. And then there's a whole list of vitamins and minerals, and I won't read them all to you, but lots and lots of different vitamins and minerals. And so I had and it says on here, dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free. And so I thought, well, let me ask her and let me research a little bit about some of the other products, other ingredients that I was concerned with. So I'm just going to share a little bit about that. And please, if you have a comment or if you've tried this or if you're curious about it, let me know in the comments there. But it's calorie dense. It's a calorie dense medical formula. And it provides 500 calories. This is an 11-ounce carton, and it comes with 24 grams of protein per container. Now, I know a lot of people that are whole food plant-based don't really need to worry about their protein because why? We eat everything that has protein in it because every plant has protein in it. But in this case, when I'm just eating crackers and things that I don't normally eat, it's important. And that's what they also told me. So it's got the 24 grams of protein, and it's designed, I guess, for easier digestion and absorption, right? So the 1.5 means calories per millimeter. So it's packed with a lot of nourishment into this, relatively small volume, 11 ounces, which is kind of important when you're eating certain foods or larger amounts of food to eat is difficult, like for me right now. And they have other options too with the different, numbers down here. But this is the one that she had sent to me as a sample to try. Now, it's not cheap compared to the others, but the label seems like it's much better. And I looked up the price. So they come in different flavors too. This is the plain. They have a vanilla, a chocolate, and a strawberry. And so I'm only sharing about the plain because I I don't know if she gave me the plane because she gives everyone the plane, or if because I kind of told her how things work for me normally. But regardless, I think it's a 24 pack, like a case, is a for this one, the plane is $148. And the same amount in like the Ensure, the Boost, I think is like $48, right? So, and I think there's some leeway in the price of these, depending on if you get the flavored ones or not. And so, yes, you said, oh, if I were ill enough to require this type of meal replacement, then I wouldn't stress out about the finer details of the ingredients. Vegan for sure, but beyond that, not going to worry. Yes, thank you, Apple 369. And you know what? That's how I'm feeling as I'm learning about this and trying to just go over it. But I want people to understand, because I had concerns and I have had it here. I'm waiting to share with you guys because I wanted to share it in real time. I just want to let people know there are options out there. Thank goodness. And this nutritionist had told me that the hospital has been dealing or working with this Kate Farms for a couple of years, trying to get another option. And so I'm excited about that, right? So although in this place, in this space, you don't really worry about it, and it's temporary. I did want to kind of talk about a few things regarding a few things, because I want to make sure that if you are considering it, you know somebody that it might be helpful for, that maybe I can help alleviate some of the information that I learned about it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the protein source, right? Because that's something that they said is really important before my surgery. This protein in this formula, it comes from organic hydrolyzed pea protein, right? Hydrolyzed meaning that it's already been partially broken down into the smaller peptide fragments. So almost kind of almost as if your body's already done some of the digestive work ahead of time. And so it makes it easier, I understand, to absorb, and it's less demanding on the digestive system, which I think is really good. Of course, we've already mentioned it's plant-based, so there's no dairy, and it's supportive of repair and healing. Okay, so hey, I'm good. Is it a processed ingredient compared to eating whole legumes? Of course it is, but it doesn't carry that full fiber. And they want me on a low fiber diet right now, or people that are looking for something. It doesn't carry the full fiber and the phytonutrient package that you would get. That's amazing if you can eat it from the Whole Foods, okay? So if you recently saw me do a live about making my own protein powder a while back, I was using the yellow and the green split peas. And you might be thinking what I was thinking, well, why can't I just use that? Well, because I made it at home myself, and I don't have the equipment to break it down and remove the fiber like they do in these, bigger commercial places. The homemade split pea protein keeps the fiber naturally built into the peas, right? So your body has to break it down more, and it's done more slowly, and your gut bacteria can use that fiber for fuel, which I think is amazing, if you can tolerate it, right? But store-bought pea protein powders, like what I'm talking about they have in here, are made in the factories, and they're using these powerful grinding machines. They're water-based separating processes, or whatever they have, with little tiny fine filters and high-speed spinning equipment, and it strips away a lot of the fiber and the starch, and then it leaves mostly the isolated protein behind. Okay, so something that you can't really do, that I can't really do with my blender or food processor at home. And a couple of other things. Another ingredient that was in here is the organic brown rice syrup solids. I'm like, ugh, when I first heard that, what? But it's the primary source of their carbohydrates. And I know when people hear the word, like I did, syrup solids, the alarms go off. And like I had mentioned earlier, I was kind of turned off by that. I was questioning it. But this is essentially an easily absorbed glucose-based energy source, okay? Now, my first thought was, glucose is sugar, and sugar feeds cancer. So shouldn't I stay away from this? I think that's a fair question. And so, yes, my understanding is cancer does use glucose for energy, but so do healthy cells. And it's important for the brain and immune system and healing. The body tightly regulates blood sugar, and it's going to produce glucose naturally, and it helps feed our good cells. So we cannot selectively just starve the cancer while feeding the healthy cells when you're drinking or eating something like this. Plus, undernourishment before surgery is a big concern. Than the temporary and short-term like glucose addition. And that's what my surgical team shared with me. So this product also provides calories. It's relatively gentle on digestion, and it can help prevent unwanted weight loss, which, in my situation, I have lost some weight. I didn't even try. And, spare protein that's being burned from the energy, right? You don't want to lose that either. So would I want this as my everyday carbohydrate source in ordinary life? No. But in the short term, yes. Therapeutic formula designed for this easy digestion and nutritional support, like I'm open to it. And so you wanted to say, yes, Apple says, yes, I appreciate you spending your time to share your research about your options. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that, because I want it to be of value to everybody. And a couple other things. We'll just talk about maybe two more things. There was I mentioned agave syrup, the organic agave syrup, which contributes additional calories, and it's a little bit of a sweetness. So this is not an ingredient that I'm ordinarily looking for or adding to my diet, and it isn't my favorite ingredient in the formula, but I am fine with it. So, that's what it's there for. And then the one that I was a little like, what is that? Was this MCT oil, organic MCT oil. Okay. And it actually, I learned, comes from coconut. And it does say that on here, and we did read it quickly, but just to touch a little bit deeper on it, because this is another ingredient listed, and I thought it was very interesting. The organic MCT stands for medium chain triglycerides. And these are basically fats that are metabolized differently than, say, the long chain fatty fats that we get from foods like processed oils, nuts, seeds, avocados. Long chain fats typically require a lot more digestive steps, right? So they need the bile and to emulsify them, and the pancreatic enzymes to help break them down before they can be absorbed. And so these MCT, right, medium chain triglycerides, allow the fats to be absorbed more directly than the long chain fats. I hope I'm making sense, that require less bile and pancreatic enzyme support and are often used in malabsorption or pancreatic issues, short bowel, maybe somebody that has Crohn's disease, things like that. So it's a good thing in that situation. And so just to recap, right, the benefits: easy calories, fast energy, often gentler than heavier fats. Now, there are some possible issues. Too much of that MCT can cause loose stools in some people. And that was one of my concerns, because I'm also taking Miralax, which I never thought I would be doing. Just till I get through this. And so I don't really need any help having loose stools. But so I was concerned about that. But, you have to just be careful about the amount. So this is a therapeutic nutrition formula designed for a very specific purpose. And like I said, the protein comes from the hydrolyzed pea protein instead of the dairy isolates, which is found in some of those other products we talked about. The carbs are there to provide the easy to digest energy, and the fats serve a purpose. And it doesn't have things that I personally try to avoid, like the dairy or artificial sweeteners, So I'm looking at this as like a nutritional tool, something that can help when the whole foods and the high fiber foods aren't practical, like before a surgery or during digestive challenges. Maybe someone out there is having some challenges and you didn't know this existed. You could check it out. I always believe whole food is the best, but if it needs to be supportive nutritionally in a situation like this, then come on. It's okay to look at some of your options, just like Apple 369 said. And I believe that the ingredients matter, quality matters, and the purpose matters. And that's really the difference. So let's try some. Now, I've also been told that, because I have the plain one, I could put it in my smoothie. And so anyways, I'm going to shake well. Shake, 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 shake your booty. Or in this case, your peptides. I'm going to grab a little glass here, which I didn't bring out. And Todd, if you want to come in and try it with me, you're welcome to. You don't have to. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what this looks like, smells like, tastes like. So far, it doesn't smell that great.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to try a medicinal peptide juice? Let's give it a whirl.
It smells terrible.
It does actually smell pretty terrible.
Now, I hope that's just the container.
God, I hope so.
Okay, so, and look, it's kind of yellowy looking.
It looks good. Yeah.
It looks a little
Doesn't look
yellowy.
as, yeah.
Looks kind of thick, but, looks a little thick.
Yeah.
Woo! Here we go. It's plain.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
No, I'm going to go first.
All right,
it's plain,
All
so we could always
I doubt
add
that very
things
seriously.
to it. Like you could add flavors like banana,
Nothing
which
is truly
I would
plain.
put in, I think all banana because that's all I'm eating. That's why I have all these bananas here. Here we go.
Here we go.
Wow, that is weird. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Let me try again, and then you try.
Oh, fantastic. I'm on pins and needles.
It's really hard to describe.
No, this is good.
You try.
No.
I'm not sure. It tastes good. I think I'd be fine drinking the plain one. It's a different flavor. It's not lemony flavor. It's not vanilla flavor. It's different. What do you think?
It's kind of creamy.
Creamy, yes, that's the
standpoint.
texture. But flavor-wise,
I don't know. It's weird. Look, I'll be honest. When I put my face up to drink it, the smell.
it's not really that bad now that I poured it into the glass.
It's that bad.
No, I think it's
I thought
okay.
it was bad.
I think it's okay.
For me, I'd have to sneak up on that.
But if you needed to drink this, it's drinkable.
Sure.
I actually like it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna drink it.
Good.
I mean, at first I thought, you know what? I'm gonna have to mix this in with something. This is gonna be a bad deal. No, I don't think so.
I mean, I've had worse things for sure.
It is really hard. Apple says it's really hard to describe.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Natalie Dixon's here. Oh my gosh. Well,
I'm going to spill this lovely.
No, I'm not. You want to try any more?
I don't really.
I'm wanting you to explain the flavor with
geez.
me.
Okay, the things I do for your show.
It's not bad once you get. I mean, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that
you don't like it at all.
I don't know that I'd agree with
I
it.
actually like it. I
All right.
actually like it. How long am I going to like it for? I don't know.
It's an acquired taste.
It just doesn't taste like anything I've had before. I'm really.
That's for sure.
It's not super chalky.
No, it is not chalky. It's creamy. It's very creamy. It's just this. The
It's
taste
just
is
a different flavor. Now this is plain. So if you ordered vanilla or chocolate or strawberry,
maybe it tastes like gnarly strawberry.
maybe those would be good. I mean, no,
No.
don't knock it. We haven't tried
Okay,
those
we'll try it.
flavors.
We'll try it.
But I I'm impressed. I was
Okay.
nervous about this. I thought, oh dear, this is going to go bad.
Yeah.
I'll tell you honestly what I think, you guys. And I thought it smelled weird. And I think
does.
this is the whole thing. I'm going to drink this together with you guys.
All right.
I really thought I was going to have to make a smoothie to get it to go down, but no, I'm going to keep this. We'll
Okay.
just put it out here so people can see.
All right, I'm going to go back to drinking my water.
Okay. Cheers, you guys. I would much rather drink this than some of those other ones that we talked about. Now, I've never had this before, so I'm going to have to see how my digestion goes. And, but I don't anticipate that it's going to be bad. I do like that it's cold, so I wouldn't recommend drinking this warm. But I know Todd was like poo-pooing. I really think this is doable. So I'm excited about that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I will try to remember to sip on that. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is that I found this plant-based Jell-O, which isn't really Jell-O, but it's like an imitation, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's not the right word either. And I wanted to taste it with you guys. So I made some, and this is what it is. Yes, you can make it homemade by using agar, and some other things. But I found this. Let me bring it close to you. It says sugar-free, simple desserts. And this is unflavored, plant-based. It says right on here, gelatin-free gel dessert. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 5 calories. Why in the world? I can't even remember last time I made a Jell-O. Because regular Jell-O is not whole food plant-based, and it's not even vegan. But these are plant-based. I want to make sure you guys see right here under my finger, plant-based. And I do want to say, going back for a minute, and I'll mention this later, if you are interested in this, we do have a link in the show notes to check it out. Marilyn Dubin says, what about adding cocoa or vanilla or cacao? You mean to the Cape Farms? You certainly could. But like I said, they also offer those flavors that you can buy. I just, I think I like the flavors, so I don't feel like I need to add anything. Honestly, I don't know why I think it's good. Maybe because I've been eating crackers.
And to be fair, it's not horrible. It's just, it's different.
It's different. Yeah, but I like it.
Yeah, I don't think it's something you go to after going on a 5-mile hike. Come back.
Why?
And say, I'm going to drink that.
What you could though.
Maybe
it's a great thing if you need it.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about this. I will be ordering more to get me through this period of time.
I'm just not adult enough yet to.
You're not adult.
Appreciate that.
But you've been eating a lot of different foods. You don't have digestive issues. I mean, if you needed this,
sure.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it would be different for you, even if I didn't need this and I tried
listen,
it.
Of all the things that are out there,
this
is a pretty awesome option.
It's an excellent option, I think. Organic and plant-based and all of that. Why I get excited for a minute, because what about you guys? What if I made this into popsicles? Right? That's really cold.
Yeah, that would work.
I didn't think of that ahead of time, so I didn't do it. Koala Mama, what is the vegan Jell-O made of? I just got here, and hi, hey, welcome. Yes, I'm going to tell you what it's made of. It's got, okay, so this one is the unflavored, and it says carrageenan. Is that how you pronounce that? Carrageenan, potassium citrate, plant-based soluble fiber, and citric acid. That's what it is. You can make a better version, like I was saying, from scratch. I just want some convenience because I know in the hospital, I anticipate that they're going to have me having Jell-O. I have another prep that I'm going to have to do. We have another one that we did a different version, and I recorded it, and Todd didn't put it up yet. Are you guys still interested in that? Even if it's after the fact, and it's a different prep I recorded. Anyways, so I like the fact that this is plant-based. That's what it's made out of. And they had flavored ones. And I didn't want the flavored ones because that had erythritol in it. And I don't want that. What is that? That is like a sugar-free type sweetener that I'm not a fan of. And that's why I went with this one, because it didn't have it at all. Now, what is unflavored plant-based gelatin-free Jello? It's called, it doesn't even call it Jello. I guess I'm saying it, that's a name brand. I shouldn't. Gel dessert tastes like not good. No, it really doesn't. People use this to thicken recipes and different things, but I went ahead and made it using apple juice. Apple juice. Now it gave it flavor. Here it is. This I made last night, and we're going to taste it together. I've never had it. And so I'll just tell you what I did. The instructions on here are different than what I did. No, the instructions are pretty close to the same. Okay, it says dissolve 1 packet, and I have an extra. Oh, this is the one that's unopened. If you guys want, we can make it so you can see what it looks like if you want. Or I'm happy to open the powder and show you what it looks like. It just wouldn't have gelled that quickly. So anyways, I did 1/3 of a cup of cold water from the refrigerator, filtered cold water. Poured the powder in here. Let's just open this up. Poured the powder in here, poured the cold water, mixed it, mix till it was totally dissolved. And then I took 1 1/3 cups. So it was 1/3 of a cup of cold water, mix. And then separately, 1 1/3 cups of apple juice. And would you grab one of the little apple juices? I can show them which one I've used. Okay. And so what I did was I boiled it. It's in the drawer on the bottom. It's in there, honey.
Gotcha.
In the drawer. Yeah, other one next to it. There you go. And once it's really hot and boiled, this is the apple juice I used. It's in a glass container. I got it at Costco. It's the Martinelli's, because I can't have the one with real apple in it, but it's the Martinelli's organic. It's an organic one in glass. I was looking for that. So, I think I paid like $14 for a case of this at Costco. And so I used this apple juice. And oh, it looks like some little something dropped in my drink. Looks like it was something from the carrots. Anyways, here it is. I have Jello. Okay, apple juice Jello. Let's try it. Would you like to try it with me, honey?
Sure.
I want to show the texture of this. So let's see. I don't know if you could see. It's very jello-y. Oh, wait, let me see. Look at that.
That is pretty
Look
jelly.
at that. Just want to make sure you can see it. And do you want me to, here's a spoon.
This is the cutest spoon ever.
These are my favorite teaspoons.
This is like for a tiny child.
Just take a little and we'll try it together, okay?
Okay.
So it's going to be apple juice. There's no artificial
I can't
anything
even operate
in it.
a spoon this
Okay,
small.
ready?
Ready?
Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's pretty good.
Mm.
Tastes like apple juice.
It's very dense. It would be a great Jello jiggler. Remember those?
Oh, yeah.
I used to make those for the kids.
You were totally pitching up the whole Jello brand right now.
I'm sorry. I'm going to call it a gel dessert.
Gel dessert.
Simply desserts, plant-based.
Gelatin-free gel dessert.
Yes. And so
And not
here we
Jell-O
go.
Jello.
Here we go. Yes, Mona says, brilliant idea, Jennifer. Thank you. You know what? I really do try. And when I find something, I want to share it. So the flavored ones they do have, they do have, I just want to, peach, raspberry, strawberry in this brand. There are lots of different other brands that are plant-based. I only got this one, and I was I didn't like that it said sugar-free, but then when I saw this one didn't even have that, I got it. So you wanted to say something, sweetie?
Apple has a thought on carrageenan.
Okay, read it.
Oh, it says, if the carrageenan bothers your digestion, and it often does, maybe try agar-agar as it's more digestible. Just an unsolicited thought, and your unsolicited thoughts are always welcome.
Yes, yes, and you're absolutely right. And that's why I was saying you could make this, by using Agar agar. Is that how you say it? I always say it agar agar.
It's
agar.
a funny name. It's just fun to say out loud.
Yes, and thank you so much for sharing that. I'm gonna see how I do with this, and hopefully I'll be okay. And oh, you know what? It even says on here: get creative, add fresh fruit. You could add fresh. I can't right now, but add fresh fruit or fruit juice. Now, the one that I thought would be really fun, except I'm staying away from the reds right now, even though I'm not having a colonoscopy. I'm still doing that. Pomegranate juice. Wouldn't that be great? Cherry juice, any juice that's really a juice, and not, some of the brands will be like, even they'll say, or you can juice stuff yourself and strain it. There you go. I'm thinking even pineapple. This is a very mild juice flavor. Do you think if we used juice on the whole thing instead of using the cold water, that it would be even more flavorful?
Well, I think obviously yes.
I mean, but is this flavorful enough? Because I feel like I still have some of this flavor. Maybe I'll try one more.
I mean, I think it's a pretty mild apple flavor.
Yeah, it's a mild apple flavor, but yummy.
But there's no question that it's apple.
Definitely. I actually think it's strong enough. Now, I do see that there's some liquid. There is some liquid. Look at that at the bottom. See?
Oh, yeah.
But that's fine. And Apple369 says, I'd enjoy ginger gels. Oh, smell like gummy bears. Ooh. Well, we do ginger chews I've done before. Ginger gels. We'll have to look at that. I'm a mild apple too. Yes, you are. So anyways, some of the reasons, let me move these spoons. Some of the reasons that I wanted to share some of this, of course, just because I want you to know what I'm doing. Before we go, I wanted to talk about what I'm bringing to the hospital. But before I get there, I just want to say that they told me I could have rice cakes. I don't even know when I had a rice cake. So I went to the store and all the rice cakes were brown rice, which I'm not supposed to have. So my nutritionist said, go to the Asian stores. They have all these different kinds of rice cakes with soy sauce and this and that and the other. And we went and it I wasn't going to do it. There were some sugars and I don't know. I found this one and the ingredients is in English and it says, where's the ingredients? Rice. Good. Palm oil. I was like, palm oil, is that a seed oil? I don't think it's a seed oil because I looked it up. Salt. That's it. So I tried it. I feel like I can really taste the oil. I don't normally ingest oil. So I've had some of these. I don't think I'll buy them again, but it's something different than the crackers. And I made homemade applesauce in my Instant Pot. And so these are some of the things that I'm going to be bringing to the hospital. I am going to be bringing, Todd's going to be bringing, there's a question. Is there any plant milk that you can tolerate? How about, panna cotta with that gelatin mix? Oh, that would be a good idea. The only milk that I've been really drinking is this unsweetened soy milk, mostly because it's got the higher protein and I am fine to tolerate it. And so that's a really good idea. Maybe we'll have to try that. I don't know if this would be the right flavor, but it's a good one. Are you craving anything, Jennifer? Butterfly love. There are times I'm doing better now. I'm not, but there have been times when I'm like, I just really want a salad. Like I really want a salad. And I've said that to Todd. And I thought about buying like just romaine and just using one leaf in the juicer with the carrots. And how do you buy one leaf of romaine? Then what am I going to do? Throw it out? And, he's not a big, if I made you salad, you would eat it. But I don't think if I said there's extra romaine, if I whip up a salad for you, would you eat it?
I mean, if you made it for me, I would, but I wouldn't get up and run to the fridge and say, I have to have a salad.
I would. But, when I eat something, like before I was eating pasta, they said I could have white pasta, which is so weird for me. And then I had some the other day and I thought, I don't think that's working anymore. So I'm really into like some really soft, just gentle, things here. I tried this. We had this pancake. I actually went and bought it. This is a gluten-free, high-protein, vegan pancake mix. I just didn't feel up to making. I normally make all this. If I'm going to make it, I'm going to make it myself. But I decided to support a local family that creates these. And so I tried this and I was thinking if I didn't like this drink, which I do, I could mix it in here. And so I tried some pancakes. I made half a batch and I ate a quarter of it. Todd ate the rest. And it seemed okay. So that was a little different, something just different. But no, outside of just missing the salad, hummus. Oh, miss hummus so much. And all the fresh vegetables that you scoop in there and fresh fruit. But it's just temporary. So while I'm doing this, I'm like, all right, well, let's have fun doing this because this isn't going to last. And so I am doing this. So anyways, let's see. I'm just saying, oh, I'm a salad lover as well. Jennifer Mona. Yes. A butterfly love. Make a list. Yes. So, what I want to take to the hospital, I said to my nutritionist, what am I going to have there? And she said, we will support you. Because I said, what about the broth? Because I'm going to have to prove that I can eat and go to the bathroom before I leave the hospital. And I said, do you have vegetable broth there? And she said, we have chicken broth. She said, we will make it happen though for you. So I said, can I bring my own things? She said, you can bring them. You can't store them in our refrigerator. So we're going to bring a cooler and they have a cafeteria. And we've already talked. Todd will rotate once our ice packs are no longer solid. He's going to rotate and get ice and see if I can have anything. And I haven't made the list complete, but I am bringing the homemade applesauce. I know they have applesauce. I want this applesauce. I picked these apples. They're organic. I know what's in here. It's just Envy organic apples and a little bit of water, and I love it. I'm going to bring my apple juice, whatever I have left. It's organic. I'm going to bring the Jell-O. I want this kind of Jell-O if they want me to have Jell-O. And then I will see about, some other things. The vegetable broth, that was one we talked about. I'm not going to bring homemade vegetable broth. And I'm not having that now. I'm not having that now because I was using all my scraps. So I don't really know what's in it. And they don't want me to have, things that are red right before the surgery, even though it's not a colonoscopy like beets. I may have had beets or Swiss chard red. I mean, I don't know what's in there. They told me back off, no garlic right now. And I don't know that they meant garlic as in fresh garlic. Well, probably if you're eating lots of it, but garlic, people could take garlic supplements. And so none of that before surgery. So those things that I mentioned, of course, coconut water. I might bring some of my own water. I just, want to be able to have things, have whatever I want. That's within reason of their protocol. And they said that was okay to do. How long are they planning to keep you? Well, they didn't specify. They said it depends. Everybody's different. But they're talking about a few days, maybe 3 days. I've heard some people say 2 days. I've heard some people say 5 days. So I'm kind of going in the middle. Somebody had said about 3 days. They said that I would be getting up and walking around either the same day as the surgery or the next morning. And so we want to get things moving around. And so, I like sharing this with you guys because if you're in a situation and you think you can't have what you're used to or what you want because you're going to a hospital, it's always easier if you have somebody available to help you. And I have lots of family and I have lots of friends that have offered anything you want. They've said, let us know, we'll drive it to the hospital. We love to visit if you want visitors. And, you know, I'm not sure that I want visitors, but I will welcome that as soon as I feel good. And it's just nice to know that you have a community close and far. And so, you know, anyways, so I'm glad to have that. All right. I do want to talk about, we celebrated Todd's birthday. His birthday was April 23rd, and I want to show I made him a watermelon cake. What do you guys think? It was really fun. There he is with Remy. If you could see our little black and white 14-year-old doggy, and there's the watermelon cake. No, it does not have enough candles for his real age. They were like each worth 10, plus a few that were one singles, and it was fun. What did you think, honey?
I think there were plenty of candles.
No, about the watermelon cake.
It was fantastic. It was perfect.
It was really fun. Yeah. So, and I said, Todd, what kind of cake do you want? We're going to have just like a little gathering. And he likes other kinds of, you know, cakes. And he said watermelon. Like, you're just saying that because I could eat it. Because I was eating a little watermelon and I've been having watermelon juice. That's one thing that they said because it's high in water. And I did have a little bit of that. Anyways, said, okay. So I made him a watermelon cake and it was really fun and everyone enjoyed it. Okay. So I also want to share that I have some exciting news that's coming out in my upcoming newsletter. It's going out on Thursday. So if you're not already subscribed, just head over to thejenniferdimond.com, sign up. It's totally free. You can find free recipes there, recaps of some of the videos that we've posted, all kinds of things there. And some of the news and exciting information you'll get in the issue. And one of those things is about my new ebook that I mentioned. It's part of the 2026 Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle coming out on May 1st at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You'll be able to use the link at any time from 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it goes until May 11th at midnight. And I hope that if that's something that you're interested in checking out, you'll tune in. I'm going to be having a few guest speakers, and I'm going to be sharing a little bit a few days before I go in, because I will be having surgery during during the bundle. And so I'll only be able to be sharing a little bit about it until then. But wait, there's more. And Jill says, happy birthday, Todd. And Koala Mama 2 said, happy birthday, Todd. And user NV5MM says, yummy, beautiful watermelon cake. Whole food plant-based nut Lisa says, that's great. Of course, Scorpy, happiest of birthdays, Todd. Boy, you sure did get a lot of love here, honey.
I'm a popular guy.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I wish you also, again, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, but wait, there is more. There is more. Okay. So if you missed at the beginning of this live, and we're just going to be finishing up here, I wanted to share again with you that we have just launched our new store with t-shirts, tank tops, mugs, water bottles, tote bags, stickers of my logo with Remy that you can add to your water bottles or wherever an encouraging reminder might want to fit in your life, you know, anywhere. Many of the products are inspired by messages and phrases that you've heard me say over the years, and by the spirit of this amazing community. Honest to goodness, Mona, if you're watching. Okay, so, and she's going to be like, yeah, what? Show me. I will in one moment. But you'll find the Eat Your Greens t-shirt. I wore this last time. You'll find that for sale, and it's got my logo in the back, and it comes we have lots of different colors to choose from. I had more that I was going to show you, but our order for our personal ones didn't come in yet. So as soon as they do, if I'm able, I will definitely share those, but you can take a look and see if you go to any of our places, my webpage or here in the shops category on YouTube. So, you know, these are just little expressions of encouragement, joy, plant-powered living. And so I'll show you a few more that we have. This one, which has the logo in front. I hope you can see it. I don't have it on. And then on the back, it says, give plants a chance. There are some that have the give plants a chance on the sleeve with different sayings. I don't have them all to show you, but the one, this is the one I was talking about for Mona. Now, before I share this with you, this currently isn't available, but if you guys wanted it, we can make this available. This is the one that Todd said he is wearing when I go in for surgery. There is a different version that I am excited about, and I don't have it here to show you, but it is on the website. And so this one is got the logo on the front. It's got the sleeve that says, give plants a chance. And then in Todd style, this is a little harsh. We've got it. Go ahead, read it, Todd.
Throw it in a bucket.
Colon cancer.
Oh yeah, colon cancer. Throw it in a bucket.
Throw it in a bucket, and
then with a bit of aggression.
And it's meant to say.
And it's meant to say, throw it in a bucket.
And what he's saying is he was saying, and I don't normally like to cuss, the fuck it bucket. Oh my gosh, Todd. But the one that I am going to be bringing out is
you have the family friendly version.
I do, and it does say throw it in a bucket, and it does have the finger, not that middle finger, a different finger pointing into the bucket, and it doesn't say that. So, but if you guys are interested, Todd will put this one up. I just was like, oh my goodness, that is a very, very fashion forward, Todd, right? But we also have other ones. We have ones that say, hello, beautiful people. And the design is a little bit different than this one. And so take a look, you guys. Let us know what you think. We're excited. We've never done that before. We've been just talking about it and getting it ready. And so I just can't thank you all enough. I really have received so many messages, texts, prayers, support, love, gift cards, flowers, even research offers to help me. And I even have a friend who ran a marathon in Oregon this weekend. I think it was 26 miles, and told me that the last 5 miles was a big struggle for my friend. But my friend thought of me during those last 5 miles and just how I was handling my issue here. And it gave my friend the strength to finish the race. That's what I was told. I've also received from a friend a little egg-shaped stone that is supposed to be all about healing. And I got to show you this. Oh, you're going to have to get that other thing off the bed. This basket. Oh my gosh. I got to show you this basket. Let me see if I can. Oh, you might not be able to see it as well. Okay. We went to a potluck last night. Was it last night? No, Sunday. And we celebrated Todd's birthday. There's a lady that, I'm not ready for it yet, but okay. There's a lady there that we call her the chocolatier. She makes beautiful vegan chocolate cakes and all kinds of little fun things she made with raspberries on top. I think we have a piece here still if you want to show them, Todd. And so, but after we did the celebration of Todd's birthday, I was also surprised to receive this basket full of all kinds of things that they said I might want to have in the hospital with me or at home while recovering. Oh my gosh, here, show them the cake. That's like the last piece. You see it? It was really
last piece.
Yeah, and so tell them what it tasted like.
Chocolate.
Okay. Yes. Simona said that's quite the basket. And Koala Mama, wow, I couldn't believe it. I was like blown away. I was crying. I was just so touched. And so I'll just share some of the things that they've put in here. A bracelet, or it says life is tough, but so are you. A toothbrush with soft bristles that looks like it's made out of bamboo, toothpaste, a bar of Bath and Body soap that's dye-free, lavender, a cup. There's all kinds of books to, do crossword puzzle, and a loofah. I believe my girlfriend grew this. I believe she did. Coconut water, tea, a health and an eye health stone with an eye thing. I mean, it's just amazing. Some essential oils and socks and I don't even know what this is. There's a bag there. There's some other cloth things. Should we see what this is? Let's see what this is. I haven't even seen what this is. Oh, a towel. Very nice towel. And just, you know what? The plant-based community that we have here in Arizona and that I have here with you is incredibly supportive and wonderful and amazing. And I wanted to share that. I have one more thing to share with you guys. I have a friend who makes quilts, and she surprised the crap out of me and gave me a box to open. It was all wrapped up, and I couldn't believe it. She made this for me to bring. Well, okay, so we went to this vegan restaurant a few days ago. We met our potluck group there. I'll tell that a little bit detail. I ordered some tea and I had some potatoes. It was really fun. And then afterwards, I got this big box from my friend. It was wrapped, and she said, this is for you. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was just Todd's birthday. I thought maybe it was for him. It wasn't. But it was this quilt. She made me this quilt, and it's got hibiscus flowers on it, and the back, it's just, I was so touched beyond words. It's a quilt that she had made for me to bring to the hospital so that I could be wrapped in love and comfort. And I was just crying. I was just so touched, and just, I tell you, the support has been incredible from all around me, and from all of you too, just tuning in here, allowing me to share a different space that I'm not accustomed to navigating, and just hopefully helping others. I really want to help others that might be going through something like me, or something similar, where you need some options, you need some support. It's out there. We're out there. I'm here too. And I just wanted to share that because I want to show that there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. And I'm not going to get into that, but I do want to say there are so many good people in the world. And I feel blessed to have crossed paths with so many of you. And I just love all of you. And I know I'm going to be fine. I'm totally going to be fine. So, oh my gosh, I tend to laugh when I'm going to cry. We may go live on Monday because Tuesday is my surgery day. If we don't go live on Monday, it's probably just because we can't, or if we do, it might have to be short. But either way, we're going to be recording and sharing when we can about the experience and what it's like to walk through this. I just want to thank you all so very much. Every single comment, every single message is just, I'm going to carry it with me through this whole thing. And I just thank you all so much. So even though I can't do it right this moment, please remember, don't forget to eat your greens. Don't forget to eat your greens and give plants a chance. They will not let you down. I believe it to be true. And right before we go, I just want to read a couple little things here. Mona says, that's beautiful. I love homemade quilts. What a nice gift. Oh, yes. And oh, wow, so much love. Koala Mama, Apple 369, that quilt is so sweet. And yes, Mona says, I need to move. I'm coming on. I'm coming up on my 3-year itch. Oh, okay. And that is quite a basket. Yes. And, you know, we will do our best to make sure that we communicate as best we can. Just know that I will be going in early in the morning on next Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo, you know, and we're just going to take that thing and throw it in the bucket, guys. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next time. I love you so much. Mwah. Be good, be well, be safe, and eat your greens. Bye-bye.